Beyond the touristy gloss of Cornwall's beaches and restaurants is a housing crisis that's seeing locals priced out of their own neighbourhoods. LiveWest says it's trying to address that by engaging with local communities to support their specific needs and provide affordable, sustainable housing.
Cornwall's beauty means people are willing to pay a high price to live here, often one local residents cannot afford.
If you look at the demand for homes, particularly affordable homes in Cornwall, we have something like 21,000 households on the waiting list today. And actually in Cornwall now, there's over 650 households in temporary accommodation, the vast majority of which are families with children.
LiveWest has plans to help address the housing crisis across the whole of the southwest.
So over the next 5 years, we'll be building 6,500 affordable homes. The vast majority will be for rent, with about 30% being for shared ownership, where people can start to get on the housing ladder.
Affordable housing is difficult for local people. LiveWest has provided something that is highly needed in our community. Without this, ourselves and our children would have difficulty finding housing in many cases.
Jodie Ann Rance is an art curator and lives with her husband at LiveWest-owned Meadow Flats next to the Tate Gallery in St Ives.
I love the views, the clean air. I would not want to live anywhere else. Hopefully we'll live here for the rest of our days. Because it's sheltered accommodation, we're actually able to look at our old age too, because we have things like lifts, walk-in showers, and the 24/7 alarm system set up. So this is somewhere where we can grow old in and have the rest of our life in. So we're very, very fortunate.
LiveWest have an adaptations team, so if you have any issues, they'll come out and assess what you need, and then they'll get it done.
Shane Oliver is a baker, but is severely sight impaired. So LiveWest have made bespoke adaptations for him.
They've made it a lot easier, because before the lights were installed, the kitchen was full of shadows, so I could only cook in one area of the kitchen. The outside lights have made a great help to me, because in the winter when it's dark, it gets dark at 4, trying to put the bins out or let the kids in with their bikes. I couldn't go out there. My wife would have to do it. And the rails in the bathrooms are fantastic.
A bigger challenge is retrofitting homes. LiveWest is investing £38 million over the next 6 years and have plans for all of its existing homes to reach an energy performance certificate rating of Band C and above by 2028, 2 years ahead of the proposed government target of 2030.
We look at each one, look at its insulation, look at its heating, looking at other technology that can be used to improve it.
So we're going to take all these radiators out, put new ones in. There'll be a box outside the back there on the wall, which will work it all. And then we're having solar panels on the roof.
The Geether Tin Mine is part of a feasibility project with Cornwall Council, LiveWest and the National Trust to scope the possibility of using existing mine shafts to create geothermal heat.
So that will provide heating for an estate that's adjacent to the mine, as well as the 2 visitor attractions. And we see that as a way of us testing out new technologies, testing out new approaches, to try to make sure that we're doing the best for our customers now, but also planning for the future as well.
Building the sustainable communities people need is also important. LiveWest looks at jobs, training, transport, recycling facilities and more.
One of the things we found last year was a bigger appreciation of outdoor space, having had 2 years of lockdown and people being restricted in what they could do. So lots of people wanted to turn communal areas, which in a block of flats is the only outdoor space that they have available to them quite often, into a nicer, prettier, more appealing environment to go out and spend some time in, and to bring other residents, to bring people together as well in a shared space and just build a bit of a sense of community.
LiveWest is committed to working with local partners to create resilient communities in Cornwall, ensuring that safe, warm and affordable housing is accessible to all who call it home.